This is a book that I could recommend to you if you're wanting the vibes of like this. Like this. This isn't uncomfortable, but I do feel a little skanky.
Is it going over my ass?
Give me this curly-haired, ex-hockey playing motherfucker.
I love them, I love them, Your Honor. Your Honor, I love them. Good morning, guys. New week, new vlog. Just had to take a picture of my stovetop because sometimes I can't remember if I turned it off or not. And recently, over the past few days, every time I leave my house, I've been making myself drive back to go make sure my stove is turned off, even when I don't use it. I'm currently dog sitting and I'm heading over to the people's house who I'm dog sitting for. I dog sit for these same people every single year. I think last year when I was watching their dogs, I did my Binding 13 and Keeping 13 vlog. They have the most beautiful home ever. It's so nice going over there. Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. For this entire week, I'm gonna be heading back and forth between my house and their house. And that's gonna be my routine for pretty much this entire week, which I'm fine with. I love helping people out when I can. I'm reading 7 Days in June right now, and I'm absolutely loving it. It is so freaking good. I'm only 15% into it, and I went into it blind, so I don't know much and exactly what's gonna happen. But I just got to the part where the MMC like finally made an appearance, and I didn't know this was gonna be a second chance romance. And second chance romance isn't my favorite trope ever, but I feel like I'm really gonna like it because I'm already really loving the characters. And I think the way this is written is also super addicting. It's just written so well. And it's also super funny and super witty. Like the writing style, it's making me laugh out loud, and that's exactly what I've been wanting and craving in a book. So I'm gonna read that today. I also decided in my back sunroom, I'm actually gonna set that room up into like a little reading nook. I think I wanna prioritize this room and make it cute and comfy because it just gets really bright in there, but the sun doesn't shine directly in there like it does my living room, so it doesn't get super hot, but it's bright, which is a good combo in the summer Texas heat. The room that you're in right now is my sunroom. I've kind of just put all my random Facebook Marketplace furniture in here, the couch, and my cute chair that's over here that I actually love. Chair, bookshelf, which we'll get to. I haven't really done anything with this space because it hasn't been a priority. Now it kind of is because I've started hanging out in here recently and reading in here on this couch. I've slowly been buying a few more things to add to this room to make it pretty, presentable, and a cute little reading room that I can come hibernate in. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be decorating this room, making it cute, putting up this bookshelf that I have right here on this wall over here. First area of focus is this space. Let me tilt you down a little bit. I have this couch from Facebook Marketplace that is actually pink. I want to show you, but I don't want to take this entire cover off. Ugh. It's pink. I only got it because it was $60 and I just needed something comfy to sit on, and the man said it was really comfy. So I bought it, and then I immediately put a cover on it, and we're gonna put a cover on the cover. I'm not taking away the color of my space. The neutrals I'm about to add, I'm not going bland bitch yet, okay? And all respect to the people with neutrals throughout their home. I get the neutral vibe. I'm not going fully neutral. My house is very colorful, especially in the front. But we're gonna go a little bit, just a little bit neutral back here. I have this queen quilt that I'm gonna cover it with. I hope a queen's big enough. I bought this quilt a while back at TJ Maxx, and I think I'm gonna go back and see if they have a second one eventually, so then I can do half on the front and then half on the back, or half on each side. You can't tell from there. Can you tell from there? I don't know if you can. It doesn't cover completely on this. I don't care. Well, I do care. Oh yeah, I like that. Please don't get up here. I have these green knit pillows that I feel like would actually look good on this. I'm only showing you this from far away because I flipped the camera around and focused on it, and it looks bad on camera. It looks bad, but it looks better in person. Stick with me here, okay? I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl, and I haven't found a billionaire to marry yet. Does this look super DIY? Yes. But I am forced to live in a world where my pockets are not deep. But I'm meant to live in a world where I get in an arranged millionaire marriage. Whatever.
I want to hang a picture on the wall. I would love to keep it simple when it comes to the wall decor on this. I feel like the bookshelf is going to be a little loud over here, so I just want to keep it simple when it comes to this side of things. So I think I'm literally just going to hang this singular picture above here. I'm just working with what I've got, okay? And I have this. And I have this that I got at Home Goods a long time ago. Perfect? No. Comfy looking? Yes. I was planning on getting a hanging lamp, but I do have this little guy, this little mushroom lamp that I might use for now because I'm not using this and it's been sitting in storage. I might as well just go ahead and use what I have. I think I might eventually change the light bulb. Oh wait, let me get the...
Have a look, see.
I don't really have that many books that I can put on the shelf. I don't own that many books. Yet. I did go to half-priced books today, and I've mentioned before the half-price books in my town, I've never thought it was good, so I never really go there. But one of my friends recently has been saying it's been getting better, so I went today to check it out, and she's right, it has been getting better. They have stepped up their game a little bit, and I actually got some good deals. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. The Neighbor Favor. I haven't heard too much about this book, but I do really love the cover. 7 Days in June. I am, I think, 60 pages into it. And at the moment, this might be me speaking a little bit too soon, but I'm predicting it to be a 5-star read. It's so good. And because of that, I saw it in there and I was like, I kind of have to own it, especially if I'm predicting I'm gonna love this book. I have to own it. I ended up getting it on Kindle for $1.99 during Prime Day. Put you there. A novel love story. Confused as to why this was at the used bookstore because didn't this just come out? This is the same author that wrote The 7-Year Slip, and I actually really enjoyed The 7-Year Slip, and I've heard really good things about this one. I got 3 Lucy Score books, her Rally Thorn series. I think she came out with the 4th book. I didn't buy the first one. I didn't see the first one there. I did see the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th, so I went ahead and got them. Put my receipt over here. I don't think I've read the 4th one, actually, because I think that's a newer release. I really loved this series when I read it 3 years ago. I thought it was super silly and super bingeable, and it had a little bit, not a paranormal aspect to it, a sidekick. The FMC is a sidekick. That was fun. I don't think everybody will like the fact that the FMC is a sidekick. I think they'll think it's weird, but I liked it. Lastly, I got Good Material by Dolly Alderton. I recently read Everything I Know About Love in June, and I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely love that book. Love that memoir. It is one of my top 5 reads of the year. I just went to the fiction section and searched her name and tried to find any books by her that I could get my hands on, and they only had Good Material. The theme for this bookshelf, I think, is going to be happy and pretty colors. I've been told to read this book before, and I've been recommended this book before, but after reading it and going into it blind, I realized that no one had ever told me anything about it. I feel like if someone would have came to me and told me, hey, this book is about 2 authors writing about each other, to each other, and kind of for each other, I would have picked it up a lot sooner, you guys. There's a whole scene where she's like, stop writing about me, and he's like, you first. Bitch, if someone would have told me that, I would have picked it up so long ago. There's gotta be some yearning in this book. I don't fully know what happened to the 2 main characters 15 years prior because they had known each other, I think it was their senior year of high school, and then fast forward, the present is 15 years later, and they see each other again for the first time. And she's like, and he starts talking highly of her, and she's just, it's the way I would have passed the fuck out. Actually, I'm putting myself in her shoes. You know that sinking feeling you feel in your stomach? For me, it's when I see a certain type of car and you just feel like it drop. So every time you see that vehicle, you're like, and you get sick to your stomach. That's the feeling I would have felt if I was her. And that feeling nearly makes me vomit every single time. It's the fact that the FMC is an erotic fantasy author. The type of books that she writes and the way that they've been described, I'm thinking like Ice Planet Barbarian. level erotic fantasy. That's what I'm thinking of. And every time she mentions her books, that's where my brain jumps to.
I love these characters. I love them. I love them. Your Honor. Your Honor, I love them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're gonna make me start tweaking for real. I'm feeling just too many emotions from this book. I'm feeling too much. I can't stand this girl's mom. I can't stand her mom. I feel it in my stomach. I'm like angry. Oh my gosh. I just keep flipping back and forth between the physical book and it being on my Kindle. There is nothing better than having a book both on your Kindle and the physical so you can bounce back and forth. Do you need to buy both? No, but it's fun when you do. I'm here to get damp aid because I need to put it behind my new bookshelf in my sunroom. It gets super humid in there and I'm just trying to make sure my books don't get moldy. Make refills.
I got a plant to put on this top shelf, and then like I was telling you guys, I got some damp aid. Well, I got some damp aid refills because I already have a few of these guys in the front behind those bookshelves, and then in this room, and then in two of my closets, because this house just sometimes it just gets so much moisture in it, and it's been so rainy recently, which it normally isn't rainy during this time of year. But it's gonna be raining all week, and this morning the windows were so not steamy. There was a lot of condensation on the windows this morning. I do have a dehumidifier that sits in my kitchen area. It's in the middle room. It's literally like right down there, but I still seem to need these. Anyways, I got refills to refill the ones that are in there, and then I bought some new ones to put behind the books that are eventually gonna be all over the shelf. If you have a lot of moisture in your home and you have a lot of books, be careful about your books getting mold on them and check your books for mold. Put this one over here. Kind of calming of a color. I'm trying to figure out what color we want right now. Either blue or green. I think green is a little too bright. I always buy these light bulbs by the brand Sync, and I have an app and it connects them to my phone, and I always buy the ones where you can change the color. They have some other ones that you can connect to your phone that just like turn on and turn off. There's no color addition to them. I always spend the extra $1 and get the ones where you can change the color on it because I love having these light bulbs and changing it to like red or orange at night. They're in my bedroom. I don't have them anywhere else but my bedroom. So at night it kind of gives it like a little bit of a we're shutting down for the night vibe, and I wanted to put one of those out here because that light bulb that came with that lamp was just a wee bit too bright. So when I was in Lowe's today, I went ahead and picked these up. I'll link them in the description if you want to get one. They're great. I feel like they last a really long time too. The ones that I have in my bedroom I've had since last March. And they're still going, they're still kicking it. That was such a beautiful love confession. Stop it, I'm about to cry. What the fuck? Done with 7 days in June. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. If I was being a super picky stickler, it'd be 4.5 stars, but I'm not. I'm trying not to be a super picky stickler because it really doesn't matter. It's a 5-star book. It's a really good book. Like, it's really good. The emotion that it had me feeling while reading it and the way it had me feeling so connected to the characters was actually incredible. I loved Shane and I loved Ava, but I also loved Ava's daughter, and I also loved the side characters. This was written in third person, which a lot of people have beef with books written in third person. I don't really care. I liked it. I liked the style that it was written in. I can't imagine this being written in first person because then it would have been difficult They would have had to done dual POVs, and then we really wouldn't have gotten like the semi point of view of some of the other characters. With it written in third person, we were able to get a standpoint from not just the two main characters, but other characters as well, which I really like. Next to Happy Place, this is my favorite second chance romance. Ava and Shane's connection is just so deep. Like, it's very deep. There's this pull between the two of them. There's always been this pull between the two of them. And that's what I'm searching for in real life. Like, I want to meet somebody who we have this pull towards each other, and it's even like, why do we feel like, why is there such a big connection between us, and why is it so easy to talk to you? That's what I want in real life. So it was really nice to read about that, because that's how they were in this book. We're always kind of being like pulled and drawn together, and it was easy to talk to each other, and the conversations flowed really nicely. And Tia Williams also did a really good job of adding so much witty humor into this book. I was giggling my ass off for most of it, genuinely. Like, it was so funny. 5 stars, baby. Now I need to start my book club book. Well, I don't think I'm gonna start it now, but let's discuss. Not in Love by Allie Hazelwood is my book club's pick for the month of July, and I've been putting it off, but what is the date today? It's the 23rd. Girl, we can't put it off any longer. It's only like 350-ish pages, so this really shouldn't be too crazy. This is the next book that I'm gonna start. I have so many books on my TBR for the rest of the year, and I think if my book club wasn't reading this and I didn't need to read this for book club, I probably wouldn't start this book next, because I have so many books. Well, let's talk about the books that are on my Kindle TBR, the books that I've downloaded or that I've purchased. There are so many books on my Kindle that I want to read. The 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hildebrand. I just got that book from my library through Libby, so I do own that book too, because I got it for my book of the month a couple months ago. Play Along by Liz Tomford. This is the 4th book in the Windy City series. We know how much I love the series. We know how much I love The Right Move. I mean, I think Mile High is definitely too long of a book. Like, I think it was too drawn out, and I generously gave it 4 stars, but I think if I read it now, I probably would have DNF'd it or given it like 3.5 stars. But The Right Move, perfect. 6 out of 5 stars. One of my favorite books ever. I love Ryan Shea. Caught Up was so good. Caught Up was so good. I really liked that one too. And Play Along follows Rio, I think. This isn't about Rio. This is about Isaiah. Rio is a character in this book series, right? Did I just pull that name out of my ass? Who's Isaiah? Is Isaiah Ryan's brother? I think Isaiah is Ryan's brother. And Kennedy, didn't they get engaged? It's been so long since I've read these books, I can't remember anything. Did they get fake married or something in like Vegas? I think so, because right there it says, come on wife, play along. I don't really know anything about this one. I've just heard incredible things, and that it is so, so good. I have a love song for Ricky Wilde. I bought this book on my Kindle for $1.99 last week. Her other book was also on sale, so I bought that one too. Yellowface. I have heard such mixed reviews about this book. I have to read it and see what I think about it. I have so many friends who love this book, and then on the totally other side of the spectrum, I have so many friends who hate this book and either really struggled to finish it or DNF'd it completely. Someone said, reading Yellowface felt like being inside a wild, brutal, psychological knife fight with a deranged clown. The only book I've read by this author is Babel, and I loved Babel. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was beautifully written. It had so much research, detail, and thought put into it, so I'm excited to read another book by this author. When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. This is a thriller. Whoa, Rear Window meets Get Out in this gripping thriller from a critically acclaimed and New York Times notable author, in which gentrification of a Brooklyn neighborhood takes on a sinister new meaning. Sydney Green is Brooklyn born and raised, but her beloved neighborhood seems to change every time she blinks. Condos are sprouting like weeds, for sale signs are popping up overnight, and the neighbors she's known all her life are disappearing. Their neighbors may not have moved to the suburbs after all, and the push to revitalize the community may be more deadly than advertised. This sounds so good. One for My Enemy by Olivia? Is it Olivia Blake? This is the same author that wrote the Atlas 6 and the Atlas Paradox, and then Masters of Death. I've heard really good things about Masters of Death. I don't really know much about this one. It's free on Kindle Unlimited. In modern day Manhattan, where we lay our scene, 2 rival witch families. Oh, there's a witchy element. I like that. Fight to maintain control of their respective criminal empires. My friend Emily read this book and she said it's really, really, really good. So then I went to Kindle and I saw it was free, so I went ahead and downloaded it. The other books that are on here, Ask for Andrea, which is the same author that wrote the book that I was reading in my last vlog, Grey After Dark. This is her most popular book and I loved Grey After Dark, so I just went ahead and downloaded another one of hers. And then Burn for Me by Iona Andrews. I think this is a husband and wife writing. It's not just one singular person. And this is a fantasy series from what I've been told. I've been recommended this book a lot recently. And then every time I mention like this book's on my TBR, or I screenshotted a picture of my TBR and showed it to Instagram, so many people were like, you were gonna love that book. It's so, so good. And then I'm Watching You. Just a creepy thriller. And the audio is free on Kindle. So I downloaded it. And those are the books that are currently on my Kindle TBR. Physical, we got a lot to work with over here. I should probably do another one of those videos where it's like going through all of my physical TBR. Come September, we're gonna start up the whole picking from the jar to pick my TBR for the month. And then it's gonna be books that I own and have yet to read. We're doing that again. It's starting to get out of hand again. Oh my gosh, the cutest picture of them. Does he have a Bernese Mountain Dog? No, shut up. Look at that. I heard there's a lot of spice in this book, but it's important to the storyline, apparently. Like, it's really, really smutty, but it's important and it's necessary, apparently. Cover is so pretty, oh my god. I was not expecting this to be a dual POV book. I was also not expecting there to be so much tension at the beginning of it. So much tension. Hi. First we have book of the month. It's in that box because I am working with book of the month on TikTok. And so they're sending me the books beforehand, the books for August that I picked. And they always send it in this protected box so that the blue box looks good and it doesn't get damaged while it's getting mailed out. So if I need to use it in the video. This, and then I got my newly order. We're gonna do a little try on. We're gonna see. Everything is tucked and folded in this bag. Most of the outfits that I picked for this time are things that I could see myself wearing when I'm going to Charleston in a few weeks for my birthday and for a girls trip. It falls the day after my birthday is when I'm going. So I got outfits that I can wear there, and let me show you what I got. Oh my gosh, wait, this is gonna be so freaking cute. Pretend my bra's not there. Oh my god, wait, I actually really like this. I don't even think I need to wear a bra with this. It's like supportive enough. I'm also really loving the color red and pink on me at the moment. I'm trying to be mindful about buying color when I do buy pieces for my closet from here on out, because I, for the past few years, have been buying just neutrals. I mean, neutrals are important and neutrals are fun sometimes, but I look okay in black and I look okay in all neutrals. But I feel like I thrive in like red, pink, and blue. No, this is kind of cute. No, why am I liking this? Okay. Okay, first piece. Yay! This one is like fun. I'm a tad confused, but I think I like it. This with like, even this skirt, I feel like it's fun. Or with some jean shorts or something. Are we liking red? I don't own anything red in my closet. I actually think I love this. The more I look at it and the more I like be self-aware of how my body feels in it, it's not touching me too wrong. It's like touching me the perfect amount. And it also is still giving me boob support, so that's great. No, wait, this is so cute. What the hell? I never have this much luck trying on clothes. I'm shocked. Okay, picture this, honestly, with the skirt or like a jeans skirt. What is going on? Why do I like all this? I'm confused. It has this lacy, I don't know if you can see that against the black skirt. This was like my Doc Martens. Huh, wow. Hold on. I think I needed a medium. Like, this isn't uncomfortable, but I do feel a little skanky. Is it going over my ass? Like it's covering my ass. Are my tits supposed to go in this little triangle thing? I think they're supposed to go right there. I don't even have big boobs. That's still a struggle. I don't know if I actually like this. I don't like the top portion. Like, does that look weird? I don't know. I can make it work, and I'll make it work for the month that I have it, but this one's I would never buy this or keep this. I think it's a little, I don't know what's happening. I don't love this. Not loving it. Like the pattern's really cute, but something's not right. I don't love high-waisted stuff, but that's okay. This is the Lisa Says Gaw skirt. Pretty sure this video is gonna go out at the beginning of August. So let me show you the books that I got from Book of the Month. I got 2 books for the month of August. The first book that I got is 5-Star Stranger by Kat Tang. Would you hire someone to be the best man at your wedding, your stand-in brother, the father to your child? Oh, I remember why I picked this one. The second book that I got is Like Mother, Like Daughter. This is just a mystery thriller. Let's do this. We're gonna try and make an iced latte at home. I saw a girl making a latte at home and basically just showing people how to save money by making your everyday latte at home and also making it taste good. The key is to make not only good espresso, not only use whole milk, but to make a good syrup or have a good syrup to go with it. So we're gonna try and make homemade vanilla syrup. 1 cup water, 1 cup sugar, splashes of vanilla. I've read a little bit of Not in Love today, and I'm gonna read a bit after I'm done with this. It's such a horny book. Like, why is it so horny? Eli is so down bad. Is this the first book that we've ever gotten from Allie Hazelwood that's dual POV? Because it's dual POV. And every time it flips to Eli's POV, he's like down bad, guys. Like, he is so obsessed with Rue. And he's like, what is this pull that I feel to her? Like, he cannot get her off his mind. And it's adorable. I needed the male POV when I read Love Theoretically. That's my... Is that my favorite Allie Hazelwood book? I still can't decide if I like Love Theoretically or Bride by Allie Hazelwood better. I have my Cafe Bustelo to make my espresso with. I used to religiously use this espresso when I did van life. I would use my AeroPress every single morning. Occasionally I'd switch to a French press, but I was really in an AeroPress phase. And I really do like making espresso that way, using an AeroPress, but I don't know where the hell mine went. I need to look through my storage. Also, we need time for the splashes. 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna say that's good. Anyways, like I was saying, when I did van life, I used to religiously use Cafe Bustelo, and I haven't had it since then. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna feel a little nostalgic when I drink it. Thought I was done yapping about this book. No. Got time to kill because we gotta wait for this espresso to get ready. I'm trying to get to the page that I was on, or at least the chapter. I don't remember the number, but I remember not that one chapter I just scrolled past being called Good Girl. Allie, what is this horn fest, Allie? I'm on chapter 20. Big fucking deal. That's the name of the chapter. This chapter is from Eli's point of view. The first 3 short sentences are, he was enthralled, obsessed, in love. You're coming home with me. Give me this curly-haired, ex-hockey playing motherfucker. I love him. He's so obsessed. Look at what we got going so far. Tell me that's not pretty. You can't. I'll be damned. I don't ever need to go. Well, I am still gonna support my local coffee shop. So I was about to say, I'm never gonna go buy coffee when I'm home again. But I do love my local baristas, so I will still do that. But for the most part, that is so good.
I could not get myself to talk to you guys until I got food in my stomach. I was so hungry. I was ravenous. I was also laying in the most awkward position to get that tattoo the entire time, like on my stomach with my arms stuck out, and it was so uncomfortable after a while. But also I am super hyper aware of where every limb in my body is at every moment. So then I started like tweaking out, and then I started sweating because I'm wearing my cheetah pants again, and they are like stretchy material, so they don't absorb any moisture. So then I started sweating, and then it just was not a grand old time. I just ate kava, got my usual bowl that I get from there, and I'm about to head home. I'm gonna keep listening to Not in Love. Starting to get a little heated. I have 4 hours left. I'm probably gonna listen to it the whole way home on 1.5 speed. The goal is to get to less than 2 hours before I get home.
I'm gonna drink the rest of my coffee and finish Not in Love. I think I have 3 chapters left of it, and I am afraid I really like the book. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. There's just so many mixed reviews on it. So many people don't like it. So many people do like it. More people, I think, don't like it. The more that I read this book, the more I like it. I feel like I relate to Rue the most when it comes to her viewpoint on relationships. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Basically, she's never been in a relationship with a man or wanted to continually have the presence of a certain man in her life. She's never felt the need to like see somebody again. She's never felt a connection, I guess. That's the simplest way I can put it. But with Eli, she wants to see him again. She wants to hear what he has to say. She wants to learn more about him. She wants him to make her dinner. She wants to eat dinner with him. Like, she just wants his presence in her life. Whereas for anybody previously, she's never felt that way towards anybody. I don't think it states this in the book, but she's giving a little bit of hyper independence vibes a little bit, which I have hyper independence. So the way that Rue was explaining to Eli at the end of the book, like, I want you in my life. Like, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear you speak. I want to talk to you. I want to eat dinner with you. I want to do these things with you. I want more with you. The way she was like, I want this. I was like, I want that. One day, one of these days, I will have that and that discussion with somebody. Some people don't like this book because they say Eli is a simp, and too much of a simp. He is a simp. This is a book that I could recommend to you if you're wanting the vibes of like this picture. This is what comes to my mind when I think about Eli and Rue. He is devoted, and he doesn't even understand it completely throughout most of the book. He's just like, I will do anything for her. I'll do anything for her. If the roles were reversed, I'd be like, girl, stand up, stand up. But the roles are not reversed, so I am loving it. When it's from his point of view, he says things like, she had the power to destroy him, always would. He hoped she'd be merciful. He's like at her will. She's so authentically herself, and he loves that part of her. I'm not even done, and I'm already thinking about what I want to tell you. I have a freaky little connection to these characters. I have such a connection to these characters. I love them. I love them. He just understands her so well. He can read her so well. Oh, good God almighty. Okay. I'm gonna give it 3.75 stars. This wasn't like my favorite book ever, but I genuinely love the characters so much. I did think there was, at first I was like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of spice in this, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, are we lacking plot here, and are we trying to like fill the holes of a lack of plot, which I don't personally love in books when that happens. But I think the spice was really important to the storyline. It's gotta like read further into the book to understand that and to grasp that. Was there a little bit much of it? Yeah. But again, important to the storyline, in my opinion. I bounce back and forth between the audiobook and the physical book. I think if you're gonna pick one way to read it, I would actually recommend the audiobook. I think reading it definitely could be fine if you already own it, just read it. But the audio was really, really enjoyable, and I liked the narrators a lot. I just liked the monotoneness of the FMC's narrator, of Rue's narrator. She's just a little bit monotone. She spoke exactly how I pictured Rue to speak, and so that kind of like made the book a little bit for me when I was listening to it. 3.75, 4-ish stars. Will this be everybody's cup of tea? No. But I had fun. That's all for today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next week.